Alright, let's go through and detonate my channel and piss a few people off. Trump supporting singer claims Lewandowski, whatever, slapped her butt at a recent party. Can we just change that to slap her ass? Joy Villa, who wore a mega dress to the Grammys, says Trump's former campaign manager surprised her with the unwelcome advance at a Trump International hotel party. President Donald Trump's former campaign manager, Corey Lewandowski, has been accused of unwanted touching by a singer and longtime Trump supporter whose potential mega inspirational Congress bid in Florida has been endorsed by the president himself. Alright, so just before we get into this, look, I don't have an issue with Joy. I really don't. And I don't know this Lewandowski from Bar of Soap. But I'm calling bullshit on the longtime Trump supporter. I've seen the tweets that have been deleted from her account. Just talking about that for a sec. She's been a Trump supporter for about 12 to 18 months. Okay? It's not a long time. She was a Hillary supporter, allegedly, and she's crossed over to Trump, which is fine. Everybody's allowed to change their mind. Hell, when I heard Trump was running, I thought it was a joke for the first 6 months. So, no one's perfect. And I'm not crucifying her for it. Just simply stating that this article, just calling bullshit on the long-time Trump supporter. Joy Villa, who drew headlines for wearing a Make America Great Again dress to the Grammys earlier this year, and she looked smoking in it, was celebrating the president's first year in office at a holiday party at the Trump International Hotel in Washington in late November when Lewandowski slapped her behind. After she objected, he dismissed her concerns, slapped her behind again, Villa said in an interview Friday. Now, look, at the end of the day, obviously, him slapping her ass, yeah, it's bad. And then doing it again. I think it might have been a little bit of tongue-in-cheek, like he thought she was playing around or, he was just being flirty or whatever. Can't blame him, she's hot. But yeah, obviously, if he has done it, which they will get to in a sec, there's proof, then he does need to just apologise, and that'll be the end of it. I don't think he's necessarily done that at the moment. But correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Villa, 31, said she was circulating in the ballroom for the invite-only party with a friend who brought her over to introduce her to Lewandowski, whom she had never met. First impressions, she said, seemed a bit dismissive of her and rolled his eyes when she thought she wanted to pose for a photo with him. I can sort of get that. Celebrities, politicians, you get a lot of people asking for photos, so I can sort of get a little... Yeah, I can imagine that. I said if you're busy, don't worry about it. We don't have to take a photo, Villa recalls telling Lewandowski, who remains close with the president and attended a contentious Oval Office meeting on the political strategy early this week. I'm wearing the silver suit and stretchy pants, and after the photo, he smacked my ass really hard, Villa said. It was completely demeaning and shocking. Okay, look, I know it's probably different for guys and girls, but yeah, like I said, if he smacked her ass and she didn't like it, say sorry, dude. Matter's over. In the moment, Villa said she confronted him. I said, watch it, half joking. I said, I can report you for sexual harassment. Lewandowski's response, she said, was almost as shocking as the original slap. He said, go ahead, I work in the private sector, Villa recalled. Then he smacked my ass again. Villa's recollection of the incident was corroborated by a friend who witnessed the exchange. The friend said he wished to remain anonymous, in part of Lewandowski's continued influence in Trump circles. Yeah, I can imagine what's going on here. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll take a photo, whatever. And she's like, oh, don't worry about it. And then like someone's like, oh, photo. And then they've taken the photo and he's slapped her ass. And she's like, hey, watch it. I can report you for that. Jokingly, like she said, or half jokingly. And then he's like, go for it. I'm in the private sector. And then smacked her ass again. Look, I think this is... Was it wrong for him to do it? God knows now these days. But at the end of the day, I can understand his point of view and I can understand her point of view. She's obviously been a little bit offended by him smacking her ass, and he's obviously taken it as a bit of a joke or a bit of a flirty thing. So yeah, like I said, if dude, just apologise and this matter will probably go away. Lewandowski did not respond to multiple calls, emails and texts requesting a comment. Probably smart with Political. Political first reached out to Lewandowski Friday afternoon and outlined for him allegations made by Villa in the story. Politico also reached out to the colleagues of Lewandowski and the White House officials to explain the story and give Lewandowski an opportunity to respond. Bullshit. You did not. You deliberately contacted his employers and in the White House because you want to stir up shit. Villa's allegation against Lewandowski comes at a moment when his star seems to be preparing to be rising with Trump. Earlier this week, he attended the meeting in the White House with the president. Lewandowski got in a yelling match with White House political director Bill Stephan about Trump's political strategy for 2018 mid-elections. It also comes as his name has been floated around for someone who could potentially enter the West Wing as a staffer after the new year, making him a target for his political foes, like Politico, who are eager to stop him from finally getting into the White House role he's long craved. So you know his motivations now? Lewandowski, who served as Trump's original campaign manager, was fired ahead of the Republican National Convention in 2016 amidst concerns from the party leaders, donors, and Trump's own family members about a bare-bones campaign being led by someone with no experience managing a presidential race. But Lewandowski never lost his close bond with Trump. Since the inauguration, Lewandowski has tried to capitalize on his close connection to the president and easy access to the Oval Office. He recently released a campaign memo with the former deputy manager David Bossie entitled "Let Trump Be Trump." The November party, hosted by Trump's campaign the week after Thanksgiving, was attended by people who have been part of the 2016 race. That included Jared Kushner and political advisor Stephen Miller, family members Eric and Laura Trump, and the Trump-supporting comedy duo Diamond and Silk, according to multiple attendees. A campaign official confirmed both Lewandowski and Villa attended this party. Villa said the whole incident with Lewandowski was over before she had a chance to collect her thoughts. Corey laughed in the face and ran away, she said. It felt like it was all a big joke to him, which it probably was. Yeah. It was the most ridiculous thing I've ever experienced, Villa added. It was shocking and gross, Villa said, and that she'd been enjoying herself at the party, but after the experience with Lewandowski, she felt deflated. It was like my bubble burst, she said, and how every woman feels when she is sexually harassed. The next morning, she said she called her friend to confirm her recollection of the interaction. He said to her that he had been shocked as well and was still processing the ugly incident. He collaborated the account to Politico. Villa also told her husband about what happened, she said. Villa did not reach out to Politico, but agreed to tell her story on the record after another eyewitness described the incident to a reporter. This singer has established her own relationships with the key players in Trump inner circle. When Villa visited the White House earlier this year, Ivanka Trump posted a picture of the two of them together in her public Instagram account. The first daughter also encouraged her congressional bid at the Christmas party earlier this month, Villa said. Villa, who set up an exploratory committee for a congressional run in Congress late October, has been advised by another Trump lawyerist, Roger Stone. Ooh, that's cool. In October, Trump tweeted his support for her potential bid. Good luck to Joy Villa on her decision to enter the wonderful world of politics, the president tweeted on the October 20th, saying she has many fans. Villa said she hesitated to go public with the story, in part because of Lewandowski's prominence, especially in the wake of the publication this month of his memoirs. I did feel that Corey could badmouth me, she said. I thought, what if this messes up my chances? He has power and influence and is close with the president, who tweeted about his book. I wanted to play it safe and avoid the drama. I personally would have approached him about this at a later date and said, look, hey, no shit, you smacked me on the ass and I didn't appreciate it, man. But, yeah. But she said the avalanche of women coming forward to tell their stories about experiencing sexual harassment from powerful men in media, entertainment, politics, and other industries motivated her to agree to talk to Politico. Villa added that she hoped her decision to speak would help other women come forward if they experienced similar behaviour. This is not the first time Lewandowski's behaviour with women has come under scrutiny. In March 2016, when Lewandowski was serving as Trump's campaign manager, he was charged with simple battery after a reporter from Breitbart News, Michelle Fields, accused him of violently grabbing her arm at a campaign event. Fields claimed that she was knocked to the ground and left badly shaken by the event, and posted a picture of the bruises that she claimed Lewandowski grip left on her arm. The charges against Lewandowski were eventually dropped. You don't say why, do you? Hope Hicks, who served as the campaign press secretary, defended Lewinsky to reporters after the incident, calling the accusations false even though it was caught on camera. Okay, show us the video. Lewinsky also defended himself on Twitter, writing, "@Michelle Fields, you are totally delusional. I never touched you. As a matter of fact, I never even met you." Okay, so we're going to have a look at the video from this Lewinsky grabbing Michelle Fields, just obviously because it will add weight to the whole argument. So we'll go and check that out now, and I'll let you know what I think of that right after. So obviously you saw the video there. Look, to be honest, this is nothing. He's literally at the very most has touched her on the arm or something along those lines to basically turn around and say, "Hey, the press conference is over." There's no wrestling her to the ground. There's no, she doesn't even go near the ground. She doesn't fall over. It's absolutely nothing. And I can see why these charges were dismissed. So, yeah. So, what's my view on all this? Okay, was he wrong to slap her on the ass? Yes, he probably shouldn't have done it. Did he realise that she was probably upset? No. And in fact, I think the way he is normally or naturally, he's probably a little bit flirty, a little bit immature, a quote, and he probably is around like that to most people. And like she said, after it, he sort of ran off, and he probably doesn't even realise that she was offended at the time. Does it make an excuse for it? No, he probably owes an apology, like I said, but I think the whole thing has been blown out of proportion, and that's why I'm covering this story. Politico is covering this, and it's actually my view the reason why they're covering this is because they want to drive a wedge between the mega campaign. If you can get the mega fighting amongst themselves, Trump has a less chance of winning because obviously divide and conquer. At the moment, Trump is doing everything right. The tax cuts are through, the economy is through the roof, immigration or illegal border crossings is down. America is winning, whether the Liberals want to admit it or not. The only way they have a chance is in 2018, is if they chip away at his base, and that is what they're currently trying to do. Well, it's my belief anyway. Is they're trying to chip away at the mega campaign or the mega group and basically fracture and divide it. And it is working. We have people in the campaign attacking people on Twitter. People are attacking each other. We need to stop. And we need to realize at the end of the day that this isn't helping. This is going to end up helping the Democrats. That is the last thing we want. So at the end of the day, guys, stop fighting amongst ourselves. If you want to fight anybody, there are plenty of Democrats to fight. But, all jokes aside, but at the end of the day, yeah, fighting amongst ourselves is only going to help them win the election. And it's only going to cost Trump the election. So, guys, don't play in their hand. Don't do what they want you to do. You know, take the high road, so to speak. Or at the very least, go and pick on the progressives. But, you know, like I say, yeah, just don't fall for it, guys. Don't get fractured. Don't divide. And look, at the end of the day, as for what Joy was wearing, I've seen these photos, bump, 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 going around. Look, at the end of the day, she's allowed to wear whatever she wants. I didn't think we were going to become social justice warriors. So at the end of the day, why are we caring about what she's wearing at a party? This was before she became conservative, and even if she was a conservative, and even if she supported MAGA or Trump, what's wrong with what she's wearing? Who cares? You know, I don't. Do you? So be it. I think she looks hot. But yeah, I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you think they're trying to divide the mega camp, or do you think they're just trying to go through and just trying to run stories against Trump and his campaigns? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack a like. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. And apart from that, guys, I'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great day and enjoy.